Self-protection and closing the deal are paramount. Cupid has flown the co-op. How the hell did we get into this mess?
I taught a class today. The finest school in Dade County. 2 girls had shaved heads and 3 boys had green hair.
They're expressing themselves.
Yeah, well, I expressed myself. I told them they had to leave. They were too ugly to look at.
I just need some cucumbers to put on my eyes.
You'll have trouble seeing, Blanche.
It's very good. It reduces puffiness. Does it work on thighs? I don't know, honey. I don't need it on my thighs. All Blanche said was he still has his own teeth and hair.
Oh, it is wonderful dating in Miami. All the single men under 80 are cocaine smugglers.
When you're a young guy in your 20s, women are controlling the relationships. By the time you're an eligible man in your 30s, you feel like you're being devoured by women. Suddenly, the guys are holding all the chips. I call it the mid-30s power flip.
There's nobody is getting married. Now let's go talk to Blanche.
Dorothy, we'll become bag ladies.
I have a friend who'd always gone out with extremely sexy guys and just had a good time. One day, she woke up and she was 41. She couldn't get any more dates. She had a complete physical breakdown, couldn't hold on to her job, and had to move back to Wisconsin to live with her mother.
You know, I'd kill to be 20 again.
Oh, I would kill to be 40 again.
It's all about age and biology. I mean, if you want to get married, it's to have kids, right? And you don't want to do it with someone older than 35, because then you have to have kids right away, and that's about it. I think these women should just forget about marriage and have a good time.
I guess I'll know when I hear it come out of my mouth.
You'll know when you hear it come out of your mouth. This isn't a belch, Blanche. This is marriage.
Most men are threatened by successful women. If you want to get these guys, you have to keep your mouth shut and play by the rules.
Will you look at this? She has more colors than Benjamin Moore paints.
By the time you reach your mid-30s, you think, why should I settle? You know?
That's him. He's early. I haven't finished my face.
Well, the only thing left is to dip it in bronze. We'll get it.
The problem is expectations. Older women don't want to settle for what's available.
Rose, you work at grief counseling. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Comedians?
It's like the older we get, the more we keep self-selecting down to a smaller and smaller group.
You know, I had the shock of my life today. I was in the teacher's lounge talking to a group of girls in their 20s. And then I got into my car and caught a glimpse of myself, and I almost had a heart attack. This old woman was in the mirror. I didn't even recognize her.
Who was it?
It was me.
What women really want is Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, there's not one woman in New York who hasn't turned down 10 wonderful guys because they were too short or too fat or too poor.
I have been out with some of those guys, the short, fat, poor ones. It makes absolutely no difference. They are just as self-centered and unappreciative as the good-looking ones.
Oh, Rose, I'm borrowing your earrings. Lord, I'd love to get a facelift by 8 o'clock.
Why don't these women just marry a fat guy? Why don't they just marry a big fat tub of lard?
I wonder what he looks like.
I just hope he doesn't have hair in his ears. Hi there.
Look, if you're a successful saleswoman in this city, you have 2 choices. You can bang your head against the wall and try and find a relationship, or you can say screw it and just go out and have sex like a man.
You mean with dildos?
No, I mean without feeling.
Samantha Jones was a New York
All
inspiration.
right, how'd you get here?
I hitched.
Ma.
A cab. I took a cab.
Well, you should have called.
I'm perfectly capable of managing by myself. I don't need help. I'm a totally independent person.
Sweetheart, this is the first time in the history of Manhattan that women have had as much money and power as men. Plus, the equal luxury of treating men like sex objects.
Yeah, except men in this city fail on both counts. I mean, they don't want to be in a relationship with you, but as soon as you only want them for sex, they don't like it. all of a sudden they can't perform the way they're supposed to.
That's when you dump them.
I know, I know.
I need $67 for the cab.
$67? Ma, this is crazy. The home is 15 minutes from here.
My cab driver is Cuban. He said there was an additional tax for a bilingual driver.
I'll take care of him.
Was it true? Were women in New York really giving up on love and throttling up on power?
What a tempting thought.
Oh, Sophia, honey, how nice to see you. Who are you? It's me, Blanche. You look like a prostitute.
Sophia, the things you say, she didn't mean that, Blanche.
Of course I mean it. Look at her. My cab driver would fall in love.
Will you relax?
Alrighty. My turn.
The man is a scuzzball. We're going to New York for the honeymoon. I just hope I don't get murdered.
You know, I'm beginning to think the only place where one can still find love and romance in New York is the gay community.
Tea, Sophia.
How about a shot of gin with a beer back?
It's straight love that's become closeted.
Charlie and I waited 2 whole years before we got married.
I got married before my father finished the sentence.
You married your father?
My father told Stan that he had to marry me. I was pregnant.
You had a blowgun wedding?
Rose, that is a happy woman in there. Now, I want you to promise that you will not say anything. Do you promise? Do you promise? Are you sure?
But what's got me so sad? Oh, I just never had 2 better friends. I just can't. How long is this story? I'm 80. I have to plan. You what?
Oh, Blanche, you look gorgeous. Shut up, Rose. Are you ready?
Yes, I guess. Stop!
The minister's here.
Oh, I need perfume.
Oh, perfume. Come on, let's go.